Hi guys, welcome to Sisters in the City with me, Anna Vakili.
And me, Mandi Vakili.
So guys, most of the tour is done. We only have Cardiff left.
I know.
And it's our biggest break so we can like recharge.
Yeah.
Because it's been intense.
It has been very intense. Like, I need this time. I need this gap to recharge.
Yeah, it was way too back to back. But it felt really weird when me and Maddie first came to the studio because like we're so used to just me and you. And then the tour was completely different dynamics, like
completely different.
Like full on interacting with the mic, loud. And now suddenly it's just me and you.
I know. Do you know what? A lot of people thought that it's going to be like so natural for us straight away.
No.
Because they're like, come on, you're used to it. You do this all the time. But it's so different because like no one's in the street. It's just me and Anna. And then suddenly it's like, oh my God, a mad crowd.
Yeah.
But guys, I feel like all of this hard work and everything we went through, the learning curve of going on tour, it's all been worth it because not only did we actually get to see and interact with everyone who actually supports the podcast, we have hit a milestone now.
We have
just got this through the post and it's from YouTube themselves.
100,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Wow.
Presented to Sisters in the City for passing 100,000 subscribers. And guys, I love this. Should I read it?
Maybe read the first part.
Do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th or your 1,000th subscriber? Chances are that you do. And we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. But I love the last part when it's like, and who knows, when you reach your 1,000,000th subscriber, we may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber? I know.
That made me emotional.
It's really, really amazing.
And why not? We're going to hit 1 million.
I know that motivated me, that last bit.
Yeah.
It really, really motivated me.
I believe we will hit 1 million.
We're going to literally put this up somewhere now because we're so proud. We're so proud of ourselves.
Give me I'm going to put it right here.
Anyway, guys, this episode is a tour catch-up because, man, it has been wild.
It has. Wow. So intense and not something that we're obviously used to. You know what it is? People actually don't realise that it's just me and you in this room. Like there's no producers, nothing. Just me and you and the cameras. We roll up in here anytime we want and we do the podcast. It's very like intimate, cozy vibes, you know?
Yeah.
So obviously when our management suggested doing this tour, at first we were like, no.
Yeah, we're like, no, eh?
You know, me and Maddie don't like doing anything out of our comfort zone. Like we don't really take risks. We're just kind of like going with the flow.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
We just freestyled it all the way here.
But that's the thing though with us. Like I think if you the more risks you take,
the more chances of winning. 100%.
Yeah. So then we were like, they convinced us to do it. To be honest,
Anna, you were better than me. I was more like, no, I can't do this tour.
Yeah. And then
Anna was like, let's just do it. Let's try.
Just like, let's just do it. Like, fuck it, let's do it.
I'm just scared. Like, I'm a pussy.
Oh, we were so scared. And then obviously our first one, Birmingham.
And Anna bought us these like mini dresses that had like tinsels on them. And I was shaking with these tinsels. I was shitting myself.
But you know what? It fucking popped off before we even went to Birmingham on the way. Yeah. And it literally popped off. Mandi with her luggage trying to get it on. There's them racks. She was trying to get her big luggage on. The next thing you know, she's like, oh my God, I see she's collapsed on a group of people.
One of them was like an old man. He was like, oh my God. Luckily, he was unharmed.
And then next thing you know, she's like, I broke my nail.
Yeah.
Imagine, guys, we just on our way to Birmingham, our literally meet and greet start in like, 4 or 5 hours from then. And we were like, fuck.
And my nail broke.
And her nail broke. So
and
then
we had to, what a shit start. Because also I've got Birmingham and then I've got Manchester and then I've got Belfast. I've got Dublin. So I don't have like a day break to like go and get my nails done.
What do you mean? You can't even go to Birmingham with a broken nail?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine starting the tour like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So not only did I collapse on people on the train, it all started off shambles. Got to fucking Birmingham. Oh my God, now I'm on the hunt for a nail shop. It was a nightmare and no one was taking me seriously. No one wanted to do my nail.
We were like rolling up to nail shops and they were like, okay, no, we don't have any time. Come back in a few hours. We were like, we can't. Or they were like, we only take cash. And who carries cash now?
Yeah.
Oh, card. I don't even carry my card. It's terrible. I don't carry my card anyway. It's Apple Pay everywhere I go.
I know, same. And I went to one place called Chili Nails that Anna found. And I was like, listen, please, can you just fix my nail? And they were like, no, you need to come back with cash. So ended up, I didn't have a card. You didn't have a card. We had to go get our manager to come and meet us.
Mandi did a really cringe thing, where she was like, I'll promote you.
Yeah, it was really cringe. And the worst part is
that's when you know it was desperation.
that's when you know it's desperate times. And they were like, no. It was so embarrassing. Honestly, it was so embarrassing. I said, do you know who I am? Like, I'm performing in Birmingham, bitch. Anyway, my manager comes. An hour later, they've agreed to do my nail, and it's only £5. So like, anyway, I've done my nail now. And then a woman's sitting next to me, and she's in the same situation. She's like, I don't have my card. I don't have any cash. Can I transfer you? She asked the same question I asked, and they were like, yes, that's fine. So anyway.
Wow, that's a piss take.
It was a piss take. Yeah, that obviously didn't like my face.
Anyway, guys, we roll up to the hotel that I booked, yeah. So I booked like 5-star hotels that were like close to the venues that we were going to be in, yeah. We roll up to a petrol station in Birmingham.
People are lying in Birmingham when they're doing reviews, yeah? They're lying.
They are, because we rolled up to a petrol station, we're like, this cannot be right. Then there's like this door with like a, you know, where you put a code in, but no lobby, just a door with a code thing in the petrol station.
Yeah, it looked like a horror movie.
And then I started having a panic attack. I was like, oh my God, what is this that we've booked? Anyway, we WhatsApped this hotel and they gave me a code. We put the code in and the door just opens, no person, nothing. We go into this like elevator that you have to hold the button down while it goes all the way up.
Like, no, it was going up. It was so weird.
So weird. But the room itself was really nice.
Yeah, it was.
It was just like a proper shock to the system.
It just wasn't a hotel. Like, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a hotel.
It wasn't. It was just weird. But anyway, yeah. So our first tour, Birmingham, we were really, really nervous because obviously it was the first time that we would be doing like any type of like, would you call it a performance?
I don't know, a show.
A show?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Because like doing a podcast live is so different. It's just different. There's no room for like error. Do you know what I mean? You have to be in the mood. You have to be on point constantly. Like, I don't know, it was really scary, but we smashed it.
Yeah, we smashed Birmingham, man.
Yeah. We came in with a bang in Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham was so good because it was just so fun.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the crowd was just so
buzzing, mad.
And they were so interactive with us. And the dilemmas we had were really funny. They were like strange, funny dilemmas. And yeah, I loved it. I mean, when I came off that first half in Birmingham, I was buzzing. Yeah. I was like, wow, what an amazing feeling.
It was like a rush of adrenaline. Like you're running on adrenaline.
Yeah. And then
just meeting people that actually, like, it's weird because we see the comments and we see like Patreon and everything, but actually meeting the people who are so invested in the podcast and in our journey and have been with us for years, it's such a sentimental feeling. Like there's no words to explain.
Yeah, they say to us, like so many people, like literally were even in tears. They were like, you don't know how much the podcast has helped me or been there for me. Some people were like, I'm alone in this country. And
I feel like you're my best friend.
Like you're my best friend. They don't realize how much we are invested in them as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's a two-way thing, and it's just felt amazing being able to just live that moment of just them telling us, but also us telling them that you mean so much to us as well, because when we come in and talk to each other, it's like we're talking to them. It's like a release. Sometimes I feel like when I come in, I leave, it's like a release.
Like, yeah. It's like you vented out all of your problems to our listeners. But I actually had like a bit of a different feeling as well. I felt like I'm meeting so many people who love the podcast, and there's so many people who are invested and like they feel like they know us, and you know, it meant so much, and like people crying and saying like, you've helped me through depression. But I felt like going from like city or country to country or city to city, I felt like there's not enough time in a lifetime to be able to like connect with each of these people and give them my actual individual time. I know it's really weird. Am I making sense?
You felt like you wanted to give them your individual time. Like,
and I feel like
one-on-one.
And I almost have this weird feeling like I feel guilty constantly because like I want to be able to spend longer than, you know, the 5 minutes I've got at the meet and greets, and like I want to get to know them more. But obviously we have a time frame, and then we've got to go, and then we've got to get ready, and we've got to start the show. And it's like, there's so many people I wish I could get to know more.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a really weird feeling. I almost feel like dissociated from myself because I'm not able to connect the way I want to, because in a way it's amazing because there's so many people that love the podcast. If it was like a few, then it's easier because there's so many people.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I felt like that as well.
You feel this like internal struggle. And then I start thinking, oh my God, imagine those people that are actually like really, really like big or like musicians or whatever. They must feel that even on a more intense level. Their music like touched people and impacted people, and like people are so, invested in them, but they can't physically.
It's like how you feel times million,
Right?
Times millions. I know what you mean. Another feeling that I felt was, I felt a responsibility. I don't know. Did you feel like that? Like, I felt like, I hope that I'm always like, especially with like the younger people that were coming, I felt like I don't ever want to be like a bad influence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I don't
Like,
feel
we
that
do.
as much,
The
because
thing
all
is,
I can do is be myself.
I know we are ourselves, but sometimes ourselves, we're just like, we crack jokes. It's a lot of banter in this podcast. Not everything's so serious. It is just like girly chat with two sisters. And like, I just get worried that like maybe sometimes the younger generation might take it too seriously sometimes, or take our advice too seriously. Like, we are a lot of the times cracking jokes, you know?
I don't feel like that really, because I mean, first of all, if they're really young, it's not our responsibility to make sure what they're watching is their parents' responsibility. And also, like, all we can do is be ourselves. The podcast is based on us talking about our lives and our journey, and the jokes we make, it's just banter. It's just jokes, and they're appropriate for our age. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, we literally are ourselves. You know, on the first London date, one of the girls that we actually went to school with and like grew up with for many years, we were really close to, but we like kind of drifted apart. She was in the crowd and I didn't even know.
No,
and then I
don't know this.
She was in the crowd, and I only found out the day after that she was there. And she messaged me saying, I just want you to know that like I was there, and it's just so amazing to see that people love you for you being yourself. She was like, when I was watching you on stage, it's exactly the same Anna and Mandi that was in Boots when we were like 21, 22, and like you're literally having the same kind of conversations and you're just unapologetically yourselves. And she was like, it's amazing seeing people love you for just being you. And like, we don't put on it's a show, but we're not putting on a show. We're not trying to be anyone other than us, whether you like it or you don't. It's just us, you know? We're not perfect.
So like unreal. I can't believe she was there. Like, I know. But this is what I mean. I have this like recurring sense of guilt everywhere I go. Like, I feel guilty for not being able to like give more or like personal time to people.
No, I get it.
Like, that's how I feel. And then people are like, don't forget me. Like, don't forget me. They tell me their story. But then after like so many people coming and meeting us, and then I'm like, I need to contact that person. I need to find them. Like, where are they? I get these weird thoughts.
Yeah. But I know what you mean, because in the meet and greets especially, like, I really wanted to continue the conversations and be around them. But like, our managers were like, okay, next person. And it's like you do want to give more to that person, because that person's giving you so much. They don't realize how much they're giving you.
Exactly.
You're the people that keeps us going, because it just motivates us, because it's an amazing feeling. Really, it was an amazing feeling. But yeah, so then after Birmingham, we were I was feeling a lot more confident after that show, because I was like, come on, man, like, we smashed it. Yeah. It was really good. But then
next one was Manchester.
Next one was Manchester. It was literally the next day. And we had to go by train, and like we had a lot of early morning getting on the train.
This is, I think, what made it hard for me. I think it was like the late night, early mornings, lack of sleep, and then traveling already takes it out of you. So like, let's say after the Birmingham show, if I had a day to just rest, relax, and then like go somewhere else, and then start the next show, it's not like that. It's like you finish one show, the next day you've got another one.
I think it's because what we like as well. I think a lot of people can like work on like 5 hours sleep, 6 hours sleep, whereas we're the kind of people that if we don't have our 9 hours sleep, we're not normal.
I couldn't believe it when the touring company said to me, like, there's people that are doing like 3 months of back-to-back like dates every day, another day.
Yeah.
I was like, what? How? Like, how is that possible?
Yeah, that's not us.
Yeah, definitely not.
So when we get to Manchester, beautiful hotel that we stayed in.
Yeah, it was unreal. Best one.
Yeah. And then we turn up to the venue, and it's huge. I was like, that's when I was like, fuck, okay, this is not like Birmingham. This is like really huge. Like,
it was more daunting, because now we were like, we smashed Birmingham, and then we're like, oh fuck, this one's massive.
It still was a really, really good show.
Really good.
Would you think it was as good as Birmingham?
Do you know what it
wasn't as...
The only reason we felt like it wasn't as good as Birmingham, even though I had a flood of messages after Manchester saying how amazing the show was, but because the crowd is so big, you can't see the people and see their reactions or hear them as much.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And when you can see people like really engaging or laughing or discussing what you're talking about, or, or you can just see their faces, it makes you feel like
connected to them.
More connected. Whereas in Manchester, we're sort of looking like at black space. Black space.
Like, it's really hard because you can't see.
You can only see like the first 2 rows in front of you, and then after that,
I also panic looking at the first 2 rows.
Yeah, me too.
I panicked because I'm like, what if I look at someone and they're like,
so it's either the first 2 rows or like black abyss,
yeah.
which is quite scary. But
I mean, the feedback was amazing.
yeah, it was.
And then after Manchester,
we went to Belfast.
That's when we caught a flight. And
oh my God, honestly, thinking about it makes me tired.
It was-
I'm
yeah,
still tired now from the tour.
literally. So that was that night we had to get up at like 4 a.m. And then we had to get the flight. After our Manchester show, we had like 3-4 hours sleep. Then we got the flight to Belfast. And then in Belfast, I think we napped for like 2 hours and then started getting ready.
It was like, honestly, for me, being that person that's like, I need my 9 hours sleep, I need my rest. Like, for me, it's a nightmare. Yeah, just sleeping 2 hours, getting on a flight, then sleeping another 2 hours. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? But when you get on stage, I feel like
it all goes away.
Yeah.
So
the energy just comes.
Belfast was so much fun. Like,
it was hilarious.
Because obviously we came out to do like the Irish dance thing, and then we did like the hard. We never knew what split the G was, so it's like you split a Guinness, and we've never had Guinness before. We've never split the G, and you just didn't know how to do it. You fucked it up.
But the crowd was so interactive. It was a smaller crowd again. It was so interactive. Like, and they were just. It was even fun. Belfast gave no fucks. Like, they would just stand up and tell you like their deepest, darkest secrets. It was mad.
Some of the dilemmas that we were having. Oh my God, we literally had a girl. I think it was Belfast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where she was pregnant and she was like next to her man, and then she was like, he cheated on his ex with me, and now I'm pregnant, and now I'm scared that he's gonna cheat on me.
Yeah.
Or like someone said something about a lady boy, that their man was fucking lady boys.
It was mad. Belfast was so fun. And then we were like, you know what, we're going to go out after.
We said we were going to go out because we had a little bit of a lie-in before Dublin. So our train to Dublin was a bit later. I think it was like 11.
Yeah.
So we were like, fuck it, let's go out. And we ended up going...
We told everyone in the crowd where we were going. We were like, we're going to go to some place called Dirty Onion. And like when we went there after, loads of people from the show came.
Yeah. Oh, and it was just one of those like crazy... It was like a pub and it was like crazy. We were just drinking Guinness.
We were so out of our normal environment.
Yeah.
Like Belfast was like almost like townish vibes. And it was like country music in these pubs as well. Like, take me home, take me home. Yeah. And it was like... I was like, wow, it's like another world.
I loved it.
I loved it as well. And I saw these people, they're just dressed so casual. They're just like enjoying their life. And I was like, oh my God,
I wish I was like that.
I'm just so over the top and extreme with everything. Like it was like last week ended up going take when I wore black trousers with black top because I thought I was just going to go like something more casual before. And then I was like so upset the whole night. Like, why am I not dressed up enough?
Yeah.
Whereas these people just so chilled.
I like that.
I love that as well.
Yeah, it was just a different environment for us. But I will say that pub completely destroyed my Louboutins. Like it got stuck in the drain. My manager had to literally pull it out of the drain. I had to do you know when people were watching me? I had to go barefoot away, leave my shoe in the drain, and she had to pull it out of the drain. It was like
honestly, I'm sharing a photo of my lubes. You're going to see what the tour did to my lubes. It was fucked.
But yeah, no, Belfast was fun. And we ended up in like a takeaway at the end of the night, and like everyone was there. Like from some people from the crowd was there, and we were ordering burgers.
It
and
was
like
mad.
It was mad. And then
people from our show ended up with us in like a fast food restaurant at like 5 a.m.
And then Dublin, we were like so over the top with our glittery, I don't know, I was like in bright pink dresses.
Even though I was hanging as hell, I still gave Dublin the same energy.
Yeah.
No, I love my Irish girls.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love Ireland.
I know, me too.
I literally want to go.
I'm pissed off because I was meant to go out in Dublin, all right? But I don't know, I ended up going out in Belfast having a sick time. But the plan was for us to go out in Dublin because the next day we had nothing to do.
Yeah, but we had an early flight.
Yeah, but still.
We had to get up at 5 a.m. for a flight.
Yeah.
So no, we couldn't go out in Dublin.
Amounts of times me and Anna have been on these flights, like sleeping on these toy chickens, because Anna's got a toy chicken and I ended up buying a toy chicken. My toy chicken's not as cute as Anna's. We shall put both pictures. I remember on the flight from Dublin to London, we were sitting next to a boy on the flight. It's like me and Anna. And the whole way, it's just like me and Anna and these chickens, like in different positions, sleeping and drooling on these chickens. And then I thought, when the plane landed in London, I thought, this guy must be thinking, what the fuck is wrong with these two girls? And then I was like, Anna, this guy probably thinks we're freaks, yeah? Because we've just been like collapsed on our toy chickens the whole way. And then literally get off the plane and this boy's mum was like, can he get a picture of you two? Because he knows who you are. I was like, oh my God, how embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
So fucking embarrassing.
Guys, by the way, in Belfast, I was like, do you know what? Let's find like a cutie, like a fitty for me, yeah?
Oh,
Not to
God.
like get with, but just a little flirt. Like
Just
a
a
girl
little
needs that,
flirt.
man. I'm single now. I want to flirt with a hottie. I couldn't find any hot guys apart from one, and he worked as a dirty onion.
Yeah.
And he ended up being Albanian.
Yeah.
He ended up being Albanian.
That was Anna's success, basically, in
and
the
then
end.
yeah, and then he couldn't leave the door.
Work. So
Yeah.
Anna was just like forcing flirty conversations with him at the door in Belfast.
Yeah. But then anyway, other than that, we come back from Dublin and we have 1 day break and we're like, okay, let's rest. I sleep literally from morning, as soon as we landed to get home.
Yeah,
Sleep
same.
till like 5, and then Mandi calls me like, Anna, get ready. We're going to Usher. And I'm not going to say no, am I? She's like, we've got a box there. I'm not going to say no.
Yeah, I'm shocked. You don't say no to anything.
I
You're
don't say
wild.
no to anything.
She's wild.
Especially now that I'm single.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know why.
You've always been like this, though.
When
you
I'm
remind me a lot of Gingerbeard.
Really?
You're very alike, both of you.
Well,
I've always said it.
I don't think I'm like this when I'm in a relationship though.
You are.
Am I?
Yes. The amount of times you wanted to go out and you were like trying to force Cowslick to come out or tell him let's do this or let's do that. If me and Gingerbeard ever had a motive, you want to go. Cowslick wants to just chill, probably. Like, I feel like I'm more like him. I'm more like Cowslick.
Yeah.
Whereas Anna is a super outgoing, like, social butterfly.
I think we should just call him X.
Okay, let's call him X.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Because sometimes you say X and then you're like, not that X, the other X, and it gets really complicated.
But I know it gets
So
complicated.
can we just like have it called like,
no, just not my last ex.
okay, so we're talking about your last ex right now. We need another nickname that doesn't affect you because
No, it's not that it's not that Cowslick affects me. It doesn't affect me. But I just want to like
not talk about it
not
anymore.
talk
Yeah.
about him anymore.
So I was just saying that me and him are more similar in our personalities.
Yeah.
Me and the last ex. Me and the last ex. But yeah, so Gingerbeard is like, oh, we've got a box, and Usher, my friend's got a box. We promised him we were going. We did promise, but I did change my mind. And he just kept drilling it into me. We have to go, we have to go, we have to go. And I think I always do this a lot. I always end up giving in and doing things that Gingerbeard wants to do because I love him and I want to make him happy.
Yeah.
I don't put my foot down and say, no, I want to stay and I need to rest. My body needs it.
Would you do that for me?
What?
Do things that you don't want to do to make me happy?
I mean, if you forced me the way he forced me, but you never would. You'd never go on and on and on and beg and be like, come on, Mandy, please.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Guilt trip me. And then I was like, oh my God, I only have one. Literally, my body felt like it's just
Exhausted.
shutting down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm that tired. And I don't know how. Not only that, by the way, but I do feel like alcohol does affect me as well. Like, even on a one-off drinking, like I get anxiety the next day and I get bad mood. Now imagine a few days in a row. Because obviously it's a bit of a stress reliever and like an energy booster before I get on stage. So I just thought like I needed to just chill. Like I was in a little bit of a low mood and I needed to just like relax and do something wholesome with my partner. And I ended up getting ready.
we went to Usher.
And I basically got there late. So I ended up
We
listening
missed basically the first half of Usher. And then
the best songs.
Yeah, but then after that, when I'm all ready and dressed up and looking good, I'm like, we're not going home.
Even I didn't want to go home at that
Yeah.
point.
And then when Gingerbeard and his friends were like, let's go to tape, I was like, let's go. So
We ended up going and I wasn't dressed for tape. That's the story I was telling you about. I wasn't dressed for tape.
Yeah.
I was dressed for the concert, which is a bit more cash. But I ended up going anyway.
and I mean, I had a really good night. I had fun. Like,
I mean, I had a good night,
feel like
but I
I've
would
been
have rather stayed home. I think I go there so often,
yeah.
like that literally every single member of staff is like telling me like, oh, well,
Yeah.
you're back, you two are back. Or
I don't think I go that often. So for me, it was like a really fun night. And also like, I think being single, it's like I'm trying to enjoy the advantages of being single, because like I think when you're in a relationship there's a lot of advantage, like
100%.
you got that guy when you go home, like to cuddle up, watch
Yeah.
a movie. I don't have that now.
Yeah.
Whereas when I'm single, if I'm out and about, I'm getting like attention, I'm
Yeah.
getting like, I'm having a laugh, I'm dancing, I'm surrounded by you, Gingerbeard, my friends, all them boys that are like Gingerbeard's friends, they're like my friends. So it's like I'm having fun surrounded by my friends and getting attention and just dancing, vibing
To be
with
honest,
the music.
like, if it was worth going out for any reason, it was worth it because of you. Because like, yeah, I did think that the whole time.
Yeah.
And like, even after the concert, I was thinking like, oh my God, I wouldn't even care to go home now. But then I was like, I want her to have fun. Like, she's single, she's come out. I'm like, no,
4-year relationship.
You've gone through heartbreak. I want you to have fun. And like, I'm still gonna have fun anyway because I'm with you and I'm with Gingerbeard. But like, the way you're gonna have fun, you're gonna need this fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna get you through the breakup.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, oh my God, some madness happened.
So I ended up speaking to a guy that was there. He was one of Gingerbeard's friends.
But he was with us, like
but
on
he was
the
with
table.
us, yeah.
From the concert to the club.
And he was a really nice guy. He was a proper gentleman.
Yeah.
Good vibes. I mean, we're talking now, so
See what happened.
Anyway, so while we were there, this girl that I know, she was like, let me introduce you to this like this huge big time footballer that was there. I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's go. So because she was friends with him. So she took me over to introduce me to him. And then he was he goes, oh, you're the girl that's got that podcast, aren't you? I go, yeah, I am. He goes, oh yeah, I really like you. You're cool, but your sister, she chats shit.
Don't you think that's so mean?
I think it's so mean. But firstly, I was a bit gassed because I was like, how does this big footballer even know about our podcast?
Oh my God, mate. For me, I was like, I forgot about all the insults. I was over the moon.
Exactly, because he's a big deal. Yeah?
I was gassed.
Yeah. But then as soon as he said like, oh, your sister, she chats shit, I was like, well, if you don't like my sister, I don't like you. And I walked off.
And then she came and told me, and I was like, what? You're telling me a big time footballer actually knows who I am? He actually chat shit, and he actually knows who the fuck I am.
I know. And then anyway, then I told this guy that was talking to, that was on our table, I was like, yeah, he just said this. He was like, fuck that, I own a football team or something. He said something like, I used to own a football team.
Owns a football team?
Yeah. I was like, fucking hell. Or I think he said he used to own a football team. I don't know.
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah, that is mad.
Gingerbeard was like so cute. He was so offended about like what the footballer said.
Oh,
He was so upset. I could just see it on his face. And like, I think because he's a big football fan as well.
Yeah.
Like he loves football so much. So he was just so annoyed. But I was like, Gingerbeard, this is a moment like for us to be proud. Like I was like, somebody who is so famous, so like such a big deal actually knows about the podcast, knows about me. That means I'm just like irritating people globally right now, like on all walks of life. And at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of the clips that have gone viral from the podcast are me saying controversial things. So that's what probably most people are seeing.
But what I have gathered personally is the kind of guys that don't like you are the insecure guys. I feel like the guys I have met some men, like that are so secure and confident. Even in that like 2 months when I went to Dubai, like they're like serious men, like serious guys, and they love you. Love you. They're like, I love your sister. She just is like, they like the fact that you're strong and you say it how it is and you're like fiery. They're not intimidated by you. I feel like insecure guys are intimidated by you. Period.
How can a young, super rich, successful, international footballer be an insecure man?
It's nothing to do with how much money. It's not about how much money or success you have. It's in you. You're either confident and secure or you're not. If you're gonna feel a type of way about a girl that's got a podcast that you don't even, what is it about you that they don't like?
It's because I'm always the one that's saying like outrageous shit. But I mean, it is what it is. But I just think, do you know what? The fact that he knows me is a good thing. But also, like, there's another person that works in that club or whatever that once said the same thing to me, like, you chat so much shit or whatever. And like, is it nice to me really? I don't think they like me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they like me, but they have the right to not like me. No one has to like me.
Yeah.
But I just think,
but being rude and saying like she chats shit, that's just rude.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to like any of it. I don't give a shit. You don't need to like me. You don't need to like you. But to go to someone's sister and say like your sister chats shit, that's rude.
Yeah.
That's rude.
I actually thought really successful like people, like footballers or rappers and stuff, like would just find me jokes and like wouldn't dislike me.
No.
But I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm actually wrong.
Okay, so then after that, we had Glasgow, which we had to catch a flight for. And it was my first time in Scotland. Was it your first time in Scotland?
Yeah.
First time in Scotland, which was amazing. Didn't get to really experience it though. Like, I wanted to go and like look around. And,
yeah, same.
You know, do like be a bit of a like tourist.
But Scottish people are just the sweetest people.
So
like,
nice.
They're so kind. And the show went really, really well.
We had a really good interaction with the crowd. And then after that, we had to come straight back to London for the big London dates.
So we went back to our hotel and I slept for like 2 hours because I couldn't fall asleep from the Red Bull that I was drinking. And then I had another flight to catch and then got back to London. And that night was our London show. London shows are probably our busiest and biggest.
And they were like such a weird feeling because we had like our friends, like Golly, my best friend, like it's like our third sister, our cousin, flew from Dubai just for our show. And then we had our best friends there.
It's our city.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, it's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
it's our home. It's our home.
Yeah.
And it was the biggest crowd that we had. I think it was just a bit bigger than Manchester because Manchester was really big.
Manchester was big.
Yeah. And I think that went amazing.
London was just crazy.
After the first London show, like one of my cousins, she's crazy. Yeah, she's a bit older, Iranian. She's so funny. She must have gone round at the end of the show and started grabbing random people and asking for feedback. And a lot of people were saying that they liked the interactions, they liked dilemmas, that was their favourite part. So with the second London show, I was like to my manager, I think we should put a bigger part of it should be dilemmas.
Yeah.
Which I don't know whether that was a mistake or not, because I don't know if that was a good thing or not.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, because but not as many people were willing to give dilemmas on the second show as they were on the first London show.
Yeah. And then when they did, it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, so you see with our tour, it's like we have really amazing management, but we didn't have production behind it. We didn't have production in terms of like ideas, games. So it ended up being a bit more of a live podcast, really. Until London, we thought, you know what, let's try and like switch up a bit. So that's why the second London date, we had Gingerbeard. I don't know how Mandi managed to convince Gingerbeard and all his friends to get on stage with masks and gingerbeards. That honestly was hilarious.
Yeah, it was honestly the best surprise. Did you see the crowd went mad?
They love him.
I know they
love him.
I had people at meet and greets like literally tearing up, crying. Like, where is he? Where is Gingerbeard? Like, it's so cute. Like, I've made him famous.
The thing is, if you know him, then you'd know that he's not the kind of guy to do something like this, which is so amazing. That he did that for Mandi, like that shows so much, I think, because honestly, if you know him, guys, he wouldn't do that.
That's what he keeps saying to me.
Yeah, and that shows love.
That's what he keeps saying to me.
That is love when you put yourself out of sometimes what might be your comfort zone for someone that you love. He's supporting you, and like when you told him to do that, he was supporting you, and he managed to convince all his friends to do it. And I just think like I rate all those guys that came because
same.
They're so. I believe like confident and secure to do something like that and just have fun with it.
And they're such good friends.
Such good friends to Gingerbeard, good friends to you as well, Mandi. Like such good friends to you and me, to be honest.
Yeah.
To do that for us, and because they're also not the type of guys to do that, and they just had fun with it. And I feel like sometimes like life is too short. Like just have fun. And
Gingerbeard is, you're right, opposite of the type of guy that would want to do something like this. He's so introverted, he's so shy, he doesn't like being in the public eye, he doesn't like this whole like fame thing, like he hates it, like he just wants to be a ghost. And I think he struggled on that stage more than anyone. I could feel his energy. Could you feel? I could feel his energy, like he wanted the ground to swallow him up. Like he literally only did it for me and Anna for our show.
But I thought that was just so amazing from him and all of them. Like I'm so grateful to them all. It just upset me the next day when I found out that like certain people were saying to Gingerbeard, like laughing at him or trying to be like, oh, they tried to belittle him, people that he knows that are meant to be his friend.
Yeah. Like, I mean, instead of saying like, it's amazing that you supported your girlfriend on her biggest achievement ever, you know, you contributed to her show, you know how much her show means to her and her sister, like you put that effort in, and like how can you not see that it's like it's amazing to come and support your girlfriend on her biggest achievement? How can you not appreciate that
and instead mock it and try and like laugh about it,
belittle it and bring it down? And then I feel like after that he was a little bit like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, like it's embarrassing for me. I was like, what's embarrassing? Like
they're just getting into your head.
Yeah, look how much, and look how far we've come. You know, you gave me a little back of your office to start this with, and look where I am now. Like, isn't that something to be proud of? Don't you want to stand on that stage?
And if anything, he should look at the people that are saying it to him. He should realize that these people are the biggest losers.
Yeah.
They're like literally the biggest losers.
I do feel like, look, everybody knows that in your life, like some people are disguised as friends, but like they want to see your downfall. And like,
their intentions, it's selfish.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
They don't want to see like good things for you and your partner, good things for your career. They just don't want to see it. They don't want to see you doing well. They just want to see your downfall.
I'm sure Gingerbeard's smart enough to know that. And like, I may have momentarily got into his head.
Yeah.
But I think overall he knows that like what he did was the right thing to do. And like,
well, next tour, I was like, you're going to do it again, yeah? He was like, no. But then I was like, oh, I want to do a tour in Dubai, because I got a few messages saying like, come and do a tour in Dubai. And then I was like, would you get on the stage in Dubai? And he was like, yeah, I'll come on the stage in Dubai.
Well, you can't be kissing him on stage in Dubai though.
Oh no, I can't be doing that, it's true.
But yeah, no, overall it was an amazing experience and we had the best time, and we are so grateful to every single person that bought a ticket, came, good vibes, good energy. Like, honestly, we will never forget you.
It's unreal. Like, when I look at the video of like me and you walking out, it's just shocking. Like the amount of people that support this podcast.
I think it's because it's weird, but why we never fought that for ourselves.
I know. Why?
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Why. And now it's just, it motivates me, you know.
Even more to
like just bigger, better, like, you know, and I just can't believe how many people are invested in this podcast.
Yeah. We've still got Cardiff to go. It's not over yet. And I'm really excited for Cardiff because we've got a week break. So we like fully recharging. We give it our all. But then like during Maldives and then this whole tour, guys, I was feeling a lot better. Like my mind, I was so busy. Like, you know, obviously I was going through all that heartbreak before and that egg freezing. But like since the tour, like since the London day, I started to feel a bit anxious again, which is like, you know, that feeling in your stomach, it's like something wrong's happening, or like, you know, before an exam, like that, in Iranian we say del shura.
Yeah. It's almost like it's like a churning feeling of worry.
Started having this churning feeling again. And like, I have heard a lot of stuff that like, you know, from people, because you know what it is like our community is like everyone knows each other and everybody knows my ex.
Yeah.
When I hear certain things, it just halts like my healing process. When I was in the Maldives or doing the talk, because I'm so busy and I'm not really speaking to anyone or seeing anyone, or I'm just so busy, I don't hear these things. But then obviously when everything stops, I start hearing things and it just like, it upsets me. Like, and I don't want to. And you know what? Sometimes I think it must be so much worse for him. Like with me being on this podcast, having to share my life, me being on Instagram, like posting pictures. And I'm sure he hears things as well, which I feel bad for, because it's not easy, you know, it's not easy at all, which is why I'm really looking forward to going away, like to Dubai in like, what? I think I'm going.
Speaking of this ex of yours, I have to mention like,
oh my
God, guys. Obviously, like, I'm having so much fun. I've got all my mates backstage, got my boyfriend, all his friends. I'm like getting drunk with them, like doing shots, having fun. Genuinely didn't realize. But when the boys were on stage, I must have said, fuck Cow.
Which is so annoying, because I told Mandi before the tour, do not slag him off on stage. Do not do it. Don't do it. And what is she going to do? She goes and does it. And I don't even remember she did it. But then after
I didn't remember either though.
The next day, Mandi was like, did I do this? And I was like, I don't know. And then we went back on a video and we saw that she did do it.
But I didn't remember that I did it.
That was one of the biggest reasons for my anxiety. I was like, Mandi, why would you do that? And it's because it's like, I want to leave. Like, I like the feeling that I've left that relationship, my head's held high. I don't want to, like, at the end of the day, we were together for nearly 4 years. I don't want to disrespect him in that way of like, in any way, I don't want to disrespect him. At the end of the day, what we had was long and it was deep. I don't want to walk away with disrespect. It's different when it's just between me and him, right? And I might message him something. That's different. That's me telling him how I feel. But to do it in front of everybody, that's something I would never want. And I was so annoyed at Mandi for doing that. So annoyed.
Yeah, well, I actually didn't remember I did it. And I was like adamant that I didn't do it. But then Gingerbeard said to me, like, I've seen like the boys, or one particular boy is sending videos that you've done this, blah, blah. I was like, I don't remember doing it. I literally went in my group chat. I was like, did I do this? Does anyone remember? And then the girls were like, they don't remember. Gingerbeard's like, I don't remember you doing this. I didn't hear you do this. But my cousin sent a video and she was like, I think it's this point. And I did say like, fuck Cal. And I was like, oh my God, I had anxiety about this. Gingerbeard was so angry at me. Anna was so angry at me. I was like, oh my God, why did I do this? And then that kind of killed like my feelings as well, because I'm on such a high of everything I've achieved. And I feel like that just ruined it. Like I put it down on everything.
Yeah, but you shouldn't let it. I mean, you made a mistake. You made a mistake.
Yeah, but it just felt like it wasn't long ago that I was on inside and I didn't have control over what I said, and I, say the wrong thing. And then again on my tour, I say the wrong thing, and it just made me feel like maybe I don't want to ever do a tour again. I don't ever want to go on stage again. I don't ever want to do it again. Like, put me off. But yeah, there's a confident side of me that's like, I'm like the funniest fucking person ever, and I'm so entertaining. So like, pros come with cons, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I think
it's just because you obviously hold so much like anger and resentment towards him for like the amount of pain that he put me through.
Yeah, obviously. It's like what I've seen you go through this last 2 months has been like torture for me to watch. And it's not the first time you've gone through it. And I trusted him with your heart. I trusted that he would fix things. I trusted that he would take care of you and he wouldn't put you through the pain that he put you through again. Like, I saw you go through that when you went to Dubai over 2 hours. I just didn't believe it would happen again. And like,
yeah, you and me both.
It just makes me feel like, why is my sister going through heartbreak after 4 years of being with someone, freezing her eggs, going through such big things alone, like the egg freezing thing, massive thing alone.
The tour.
The tour, huge thing, going through that alone. Like,
yeah.
You're seeing Gingerbeard, like, fight for me, and you're seeing everybody else fight for their girlfriends. And then it just felt like I had a lot of anger inside of me.
Yeah.
Which still is no excuse, and I was wrong, but it didn't come from anywhere, obviously. It came from a place of like anger.
Anger towards him and love for me. I get that, but it was obviously wrong. So she ended up messaging him.
Yeah, I messaged him.
She messaged him a long message saying like, I'm really sorry. And she kind of explained, she wasn't making excuses for it, but she just explained why she did it. And that was it, really.
I didn't get a reply. I just put it out there. I didn't get a reply, but it still feels good that I sent the message, because what's wrong is wrong. What's right is right. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Absolutely.
I don't want my actions to reflect on you and Gingerbeard either. Like, Gingerbeard as well was really upset with me. He didn't hear it on stage. He would have probably stormed off stage if he heard that. But he was so embarrassed that I've done that to his friend while he was on stage. And also for you, leaving such a long relationship, you don't want it to be tainted by this, like,
silliness.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, look, shit happens. Like, life is too short, man. Fuck it. I'm just so excited to go to Dubai and like just be away from everything. Like, I feel like this time I'm not running away, because I've dealt with my emotions. I've dealt with it the last 2 months. Then I'm going to go and just like fully enjoy myself and just be around like my friends in Dubai.
Yeah.
Things to look forward to.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely looking forward to going away with Gingerbeard.
And also our vlog on our other channel, Anna Mandi Bakilis, done really well.
Really?
And like, make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. Like, we want to get one of those for that channel as well.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for listening, supporting, to every single person that showed up for us. We love you so much. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment.
Love you. Bye.